use the haha react, but how funny would it be if someone was talking shit about my husband on a Facebook group and I just commented, I'm like, yeah, he's so fucking annoying, I know, right?
You should try being married to his dumbass.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 13 of Emergency Stop. Yeah.
There it is.
God damn it. That's it. I just wanted to say that. I'm joined today by Kyle, the dick butt.
Yo.
Kyle said he may have gotten Courtney to join, but I can't tell if he's being serious because he doesn't have his camera on.
She's not here yet.
Miranda, the Queen of Kings.
Why did you put that? That's a dumb thing to put.
And Matt, a beard in progress.
It's really hairy.
It looks, I would say it's pretty progressed at this point.
That's what she said?
Oh my god, I got a pube in my mouth.
Ew. What's wrong with you?
That's what people say.
Is a beard a pube hair?
Yes.
I mean, they have this similar texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a facial hair, though.
The dick hair from my dick and the fucking face hair from my face are very different than the hair that comes off of my head. They're one and the same.
But you're a dickhead yourself. You're a dickhead yourself, and Miranda calls you asshole all the time.
That's true.
So wouldn't that therefore be the
only
same
reason
hair?
That's actually not true. You get the traditional white guy who gets a red beard, which I don't understand why that happens.
I mean, either because I'm a fucking scientist.
Yeah.
Where's Boyce?
Boyce would know the answer.
He has diarrhea. That's what happened.
I told him in Slack.
He's out in fucking public being a person.
I told him, I tagged him in Slack. First of all, I said, you never invite me on Saturdays, because that's what Boyce said last Saturday. And then also, just for the record, I also said if he doesn't go to bed in the next 5 minutes, he won't be up in time for the early bird special at the diner. So...
Well, he took over as the resident old person when Jimmy left.
Yeah, fuck you again.
I said the other day, I was like, well, we don't have social lives, so we're cool on Saturday night. He was at someplace today, like a restaurant meal. He's like, really great time. You guys should go here.
I went to a play recently. It's really well received.
Miranda went to a play today.
I did go to a play today. That's true.
Where'd you go to?
I took Felix to the theater Young Children Enjoy at the Jewish Community Center. It wasn't super exciting. If you ask
Felix what he did today, he said, I went to Naked Play.
Yeah. It was called Naked Mole Rat Gets Dressed, but Felix is like, that's too long of a name, guys. Have you considered just naming it Naked Play? That's what he's called it.
I mean, that is fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long name, so I agree. But also, you don't want your kid going around telling people he went to Naked Play. That's not.
No.
My mommy took me, and it was really fun. There was lots of people.
They were all naked. It was fine. I mean, it was
when mom and dad love each other, they go to Naked Play.
Miranda saw Gregum's there.
No, that would be weird. I did see there was a guy at the end. The actors in the play got off the stage and were running around the audience because the whole show culminates in this one mole rat wants to get dressed and that's cool. We can all be different even though everyone else wants to be naked. And they do a fashion show. And at the end, they jumped into the audience to comment on kids' outfits. And the one male actor was like, look at this dad right here in the front row wearing the most boring, basic, unfashionable clothes and looking great doing it. And the dad did not think it was funny. He was so salty. This did not amuse him.
Look at this plebe ass bitch. Wait, what?
he was not amused by this. But you know what? Don't sit in the front row of a children's play if you're not willing to be made fun of by children's play actors. So
I don't think that's actually a rule because it's a children's play. And it's
who knew?
Hey, what's going on, you fat piece of garbage? And it's a 4-year-old crying.
I mean, to be fair,
your mom didn't tell you the rules. You don't sit in the front and be a bitch.
Who knew that Naked Play was interactive?
It was interactive. It was quite interactive. I didn't expect it to be so interactive, but man.
For a second, I thought Kyle said
hands-on.
I thought Kyle said erective.
I mean that too, but that would be weird.
I mean, Naked Play.
Oh my god.
But overall, 10 out of 10. Felt good about myself. Felt like it cultured my child.
Yes.
She's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 would go and not sit in the front row again.
I did not sit in the front row because I'm not a
sat in the
dumbass.
second row.
I did.
But you did that put Felix in the aisle seat, and you had to avoid.
Well, Felix wants to be in the
contacts.
aisle seat of everything. I'm like, man, I want to sit in the aisle seat. I buy aisle seats with the intention of sitting there. And then my kid's always like, I don't want to sit next to a stranger. And then I have to sit next to a stranger.
Well, I built character.
I know. That's what I'm going to start telling him.
You should start both sitting in aisle seats, and then you'll both have to sit next to a stranger and the aisle.
Maybe.
Mom is doing this because she loves you.
What are you munching on, Matt? What do you got?
Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you in the dead ass dark?
Yeah, why are you in the dark?
I can't find the light
You fucking
switch.
creep.
I'm not going to lie. Like, there's a light switch that I normally hit when I sit down, and it's gone. So here I am,
What?
waiting for you.
Matt, this is your house. You live there. What do you
I
mean
know,
you
for
don't know
real.
where the light switch is?
Miranda, how dare
You look, bro. When you do the under the chin flashlight move, you get a like serious Tim Curry look going on.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking figure Tim Curry.
I feel like I'm going backwards to Rocky Horror again.
What do you mean backwards? Oof.
I mean,
Who's not
Do you
wearing
feel like
Halloween,
you're caught in a time
actually,
warp?
yeah, I mean, we're kind of at the halfway point to Halloween, so I guess it could go either way. April 15th, we're
Wait,
literally at the halfway mark, yeah.
We're halfway to fall already?
Bro.
It's April 15th.
You're like a
Halloween is
teacher.
October 31st, so
The fuck?
You're
Yeah.
a teacher. Why are you acting baffled? You know how calendars work.
this
No,
day
dude,
5
if you,
years ago?
if you knew real teachers,
gonna-
you'd understand that we don't know calendars. I'll be like, wait, tomorrow's Wednesday? Is it a
I'm
half
going to make
day?
Matt a perpetual calendar for his classroom so he can teach all his high schoolers how dates work.
This day 5 years ago, I proposed to my wife.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Which he only knows because I added it to the calendar.
Yeah, but I know it. So what up?
But
know how to
I
read.
look at the calendar that you
Yeah.
made
Yeah. How many husbands don't look at the calendars?
right here.
Their
That's a
wife
hand
make.
coming out of the dark.
Oh,
That's
yeah, we
me.
see it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You don't look at the family calendar. We have a
No,
shared
we actually
Google
don't
calendar.
have one. We don't have one.
Why? You
don't
need
have
a family calendar.
No.
Matt's like, I don't fucking participate in raising my kids.
That's the way to do it.
Yes, because you know that's true. No, we
No.
just we already I have a brain. It remembers shit. There's not a lot going on.
Oh,
Wow,
mine doesn't do
imagine.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a brain?
Well, it's what usually is in the place where you're putting your pasta.
It's
It's literally just Kyle's
it's
got
the thing
ravioli
about brain
storage up
behind your face pubes, right?
Yeah, correct. It's what makes the face pubes grow.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's why Alex's is so patchy.
That's right.
It's true. It's true. He does have a patchy.
No,
ass
literally,
beard.
we don't have a calendar. Like we've tried keeping a calendar before, and we just forget about it because we just remember shit. My wife's brain is like a steel trap, and I have an aluminum box. And between the two of us, we're good.
Why is your wife steel and yours is aluminum?
Well, I'm gonna explain metals to you really quickly. Hers
Are you
is
telling
very
me-
strong
are you
and
telling me-
I was
capable.
gonna say what?
It just sounds like you're calling your wife heavy there, Matt.
I am
honey.
saying that she is
Or-
solid.
Or maybe she's solid and he's a soft boy.
Who is not
Also-
wearing headphones?
Huh?
Who's not wearing headphones?
I'm not.
Naughty,
Kyle.
naughty,
Courtney's here.
echoing Kyle.
What a real dick
Let me
butt.
hear.
I don't hear Courtney.
She doesn't want to participate.
Yeah,
in this
she
still.
refuses to say hi.
Well, then put
No,
your
I just
fucking
thought it was
headphones
funny
on.
Sit here laughing because you didn't think I was here, and it made Kyle look bad that he's pretending like here.
You should have waited until 58 minutes when Alex was like, all right, guys, so that's the episode. And I just wanted you to be like, hi.
I did
made-
say, I was like, I can't tell if Kyle's joking, if he's serious. Like,
That is a
he
Kyle
doesn't.
move.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we have Courtney here, Kyle's girlfriend of 11 years. Is it 12 yet?
Woo.
No,
No.
11.
11.
Their anniversary is very close to ours.
Courtney, can I just play confirm or deny with you for a moment? I'm going to ask you
Oh,
a
boy.
personal question.
Oh, shit.
Sure.
Don't answer it.
You need to answer it. You're on the show.
I don't know what it is, but don't answer it.
Is it true that it is now your responsibility to propose to Kyle?
Yep.
When exactly do you plan on doing it?
I mean, actually, I have a few times. The other day, I proposed and said, "Let's get married so our taxes are cheaper."
That's not true.
Did he say no?
Yes.
I mean, the preparation is cheaper.
Yeah, I was gonna say. 'cause,
We only
like,
we only have to file one.
I'm
Yeah.
not, no, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about whether or not you said yes to the proposal.
Why did you say
Oh,
no
I
to
didn't-
that proposal?
I
It sounds very
I
serious.
said okay.
Okay, so
I said that's true.
when's it going down?
No, he never actually answered. He's just like, yeah, I suppose that's true. And then he just walked away.
That sounds right.
That's how Kyle works. He likes to keep the ladies
Do
guessing.
That's
you,
funny because I couldn't walk away because I threw my back out, so that's a lie.
Courtney? Do you perceive your relationship with Kyle to be equivalent to that of like a married couple?
I mean, we've been together a lot longer than some married couples, so sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's get that done. Do you need help? Do you guys need like
You guys need advice.
like a planner or like advice or a venue or something? Like
I mean,
let's
we
get
would
this-
legitimately just walk into a court and sign some document and walk out most likely.
That's so
That's what you should do.
fucking boring. Do something.
Now, have you ever
cool.
been to Las Vegas? There's a place
Honestly,
called Gun World.
yeah, we brought all these
Gun
people
World.
to our wedding, and I regretted it. I was like, "Why do we bring all these people? Fuck
Gun
them.
I'll get.
We
I'll
should have
get.
just stayed home."
I will get ordained online.
Oh,
and you guys can drive up
God.
to the American side of the falls, and we'll do a really.
I don't think
fucking-
you need to get ordained.
great-
People definitely offer that service.
No, fuck no. I want to do
No.
Or
it.
is that
just so
is that
you
just
know.
important to this?
He's going to get ordained through the Church of Satan is what he's
We'll
going to do. He's
record
going to be
the
like, we
whole
are
thing.
here today.
It'll be an episode of E-Stop in and of itself, and then when we're done, we can go to Mighty Taco. It'll be great.
Ugh, Mighty Taco's gross.
Mighty
Why do you
Taco's
like
fucking
that?
delicious.
Listen,
Or dinosaur barbecue?
Dinosaur barbecue is good. Have
Can
you
I
guys ever
tell
been to
you-
Mighty Taco? Because it's gross.
No. No.
We've
It's
talked
like-
about going overseas to get married or like going on vacation and getting married. But the problem
Yeah.
is we're going to plan something and then he's going to get sick that day without fail.
Probably,
Yeah, that's how it
yeah.
works.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
true.
Just drive up here. I'll get ordained, so it doesn't matter what day because I can just
Oh my
carve time out of
God.
my schedule whenever. We can do it in Rochester. We'll do it on the bridge over the Genesee Valley River. It'll be beautiful, and then we can go have cake or whatever.
Okay,
It'll be
here's
fun.
what I
Bridge
suggest. Since Kyle
Over
wants
the
to make
Genesee
this,
Valley Way.
Kyle wants to make this something that it makes life easier. It should be on the same day that the baby is born. So what you do is, as Miranda is trying to push this kid out, right? You're going to be on your way to Mighty Taco, get married at the drive-thru because you can't get out
Good
because
idea.
this baby is coming, right? And having spicy food makes babies come faster. So literally that thing is just going to be like,
Is that how that works?
right out. You're going to say
No.
yes. Courtney's
No.
gonna have like fireworks. It's gonna be great. And meanwhile, Alex will be like sitting there driving, looking backwards, like, "Do you promise to do something for the? Oh fuck!"
I mean,
And
if
we'll
we
make
ever
it an
go on a
episode.
date, it's just ask
Practical.
the other person.
It's a plan.
Even if you guys do just go to a courthouse, I better be there. I want to be
Insurance
at the courthouse.
costs will go up if we do that, though, because he's on a different medical insurance. If he goes into mine, it's going to be a few hundred, like a month.
Well,
Honestly,
we'll
getting
give
married
Kyle a
cost
raise.
us money, like a lot of money. 0 out of 10. People are like, "You save money when you get married." Bullshit. Maybe.
Yeah, because
maybe
then you
some
have a
people
baby.
do. Yeah.
Getting married costs you a lot of money because you your broke ass was broke, and then you married me.
No,
and
I
making
was
bank
a
at
single.
Michael's.
I was a single
I-
parent. Do you know how
No.
much single parents get back in tax returns? Wow, I miss that.
Do they actually get money?
Yeah, I would get like thousands back every year because I would get the earned income tax credit.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
that too.
So I said broke ass.
Yeah, but I would get like the max because I was a single parent and I got a social work degree. So I
Yeah,
made-
that's fair.
I made like $30,000 at my peak social work degree.
I heard Courtney yell something and then it went quiet. I think Kyle might be.
I was
murdered.
coughing.
Oh.
I was
For
coughing.
a second, yeah.
Kyle's like, that
I was-
wedding
I
will
was-
not commence.
Kyle
I was
actually. used the
saving everybody's
microphone.
ears by hitting the mute button.
I
No, all I
think
said was
that
if
if you
you
just
set for taxes, because I jumped a bracket.
Whoa, big spender.
I know. Chill.
yeah.
She just flopped her dong right on the table for everybody.
Courtney's over there acting like she isn't also a teacher.
I am a teacher. I'm
He's
not
a
in a
teacher.
high bracket.
She's a teacher in a state
like,
where
it's
it
not a
pays
great
to be
bracket.
one.
I don't
Not
That's
really.
true.
think that's
What
true
bracket did you
anywhere.
jump into? The second one? Boom, boom, bam.
Maybe from the bottom, yeah.
Started from the bottom, now we're
you.
at 2.
Oh my god.
That's right. There it is. That sound clip ends too early. I want a little more decay.
Oh, I stopped it.
Oh, okay. All right.
We just got our tax money back today.
Yeah.
I'm
What are you
excited.
gonna do?
Pay off debt That's it,
That's
because that's all we have.
So
Oh
you
yeah,
can
what the
start
fuck?
your Robinhood
Yeah.
account.
He's like, because that's it. That's the end.
Yeah,
of the
like I mean,
story.
literally, it's like we're gonna pay off debt and then wake up tomorrow. So
That's the way to
Kyle.
do it.
Kyle, did you put anything in your Robinhood account yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh.
Well, actually, no. I
live.
transferred $200 into it.
Hey yo, we gotta spend that soon.
I haven't done anything with it yet.
Bro, you will. We gotta spend that soon. I'll do it with you. We'll do it together.
IRA,
Could do that.
responsible retirement.
We'll do some naked play.
Miranda's just gonna jump out and yell at one of you and be like, "You fat in the front row, bitch!"
Shouldn't have sat in the front row if you don't want to be made fun of.
Wait, so was Courtney here earlier when you said Courtney wasn't here yet?
No,
Oh, that would have
Oh,
been
I was
funny.
actually done before you started. I went upstairs to get my.
no, you weren't.
I was done before they.
No, they started.
Oh, you said they weren't ready yet.
They sound married to me.
You were upstairs when they started the show because Alex did his thing about starting the recording when nobody was watching.
You know how you know you're married? When you fucking argue about things that are totally moot and irrelevant to life at all.
Yeah, that's
I
how
want
Oh
to
my
be right.
god, yes, that was
Yeah.
today at soccer. Holy
Oh
shit!
yeah? What'd you get down on?
Like so, literally today was picture day at soccer, and
Soccer has
it wa-
picture day.
Yeah, so like you basically pay stupid amounts of money to have your kid take a picture that you could take in your backyard
Yeah, I did that when I was a
for
kid.
free.
Love that.
But then it's official. So whatever. Now I have to make more frames. So whatevs.
Cool.
But so like we get there, it's like 7 a.m. We wake up, we're there by 7:30. First part of the day went great. Daughter's team won 6-3. But then it's Florida, so it's 92 degrees at noon, and that's when our second game was at 12:30. But we had to be there at 11:45 to take pictures. So for 45 minutes, you're standing in 93 degree, 100% humidity heat. I'm already not in the best of moods. And then mothers-in-laws and my mom shows up. So that's just too much for any normal person.
Yeah.
And
lose
they
my
literally
mind.
start being like, "You need to get an umbrella for your wife. She's too fair to be out here." And I'm like, "She can get an umbrella because the car is 100 feet away, and she's capable. That's why I married her, because she's a capable woman."
She's capable.
Yeah, and I was like, "It's not like chivalry's dead." I'm literally sitting here, and I'm like, because I was getting ready to take my daughter to go grab like one of the icy drinks or whatever, and like literally my mother-in-law is like, "Jesus Christ," and my mom's like, "Oh my god." And it's like all it was is just me getting the shit kicked out of me, and my wife and I both just stuck in the middle of this stupid shit. And it's like 3 different marriages bullshit on my shoulders this morning. And then I literally was like, "Give me the fucking keys. I'm going to get the goddamn umbrella."
Anything
like-
to get away from you, motherfucker.
Oh yeah. And then once my daughter's like, "I'll come with you, daddy." And I was like, "Okay, great. Come on." And like, I'm losing it on the sidelines of this little kid's soccer game. And like my daughter runs the thing back. And I just did everything I could to be gone from that chair for like the next 25 minutes, because like there were literally like a little girl who she was like staring at the little like toppings you could put on your icy thing or whatever. And she's like staring, and I go, "You want to go ahead in front of us?" And she's like, "Yeah, but I've got me and my brother." I'm like, "Yeah, come on, you guys go ahead." Like, I'm just doing everything I could to not go back to that chair. So good times. That's it. That's what's crazy is it's your shit, her shit, their shit, the kids' shit, so much shit.
It's a big shit pile.
But you know what? You should do it because taxes. You could save $200, so that's worth it. Anyways, so yeah, that was a good time.
You know what I want to do is offer health insurance through work. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, except every time we've looked into it, it's been so expensive. I'm like, well, we're not going to save anybody any money.
If you get marrieder, you guys could save more money and then offer it.
Yeah,
Just
the
marry-
more
marry
times
your
you get
ward.
married, the more
It is
discounts
so
you get.
expensive. I don't.
Is
I
that how that works?
I think so. That's math.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Some people do it. Didn't Michael do it? Didn't I have health insurance from Michael?
Yes, but Michael had a lot more employees. I think, from my understanding, and this is just a very casual understanding looking at the rates, is that it's something about the more people you offer, the more like spread out it is and the cheaper it is.
How many fucking people do we have to hire?
Well, I don't know how many Michael had at that
30?
point.
I don't
And Michael
think
had,
we'll ever have
wouldn't he have had
30.
more than 20?
The,
He was offering it to everyone at Digital Sigs too.
Yeah.
The other piece of that too is, isn't it by state too?
Mm-hmm. That's the true.
So you would
And
be
we're
taking
in
out.
like 18 different states.
It would
so
be
it's like
individual
one of us at a
policies for
time.
everyone, basically.
Yeah,
In
which means they're going to be ridiculously expensive.
In
Yeah.
California, medical insurance is just a bag of marijuana and like some crystals.
You just hope for the
Here,
best.
touch these rocks.
You look like your chakras are not aligned. Hold
I
on.
mean, while true, those that bag of weed and the fucking crystals are also more expensive than actual medical care you would get in any other state.
Probably because it's like really high grade THC
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and really high grade quartz. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Stick the North Pole of this magnet in your butt and stick the South Pole of it on your nose and smoke this
Miranda
blunt.
and I were just talking today about fucking My Strange Addiction. And have you guys ever seen that show?
No.
No,
Yes.
Really?
Courtney has.
Oh my god, dude! It's a great show. You
It's
should
very
watch it.
weird. It's like
like
one of
this-
those.
There's like this super fat bitch, and all she eats is fucking
on
couch
cable.
cushions,
Yeah.
like memory foam
What?
out of mattresses.
She's
and
like,
shit.
I've probably eaten 3 to 4 couches.
That's the only thing she eats, dude. Just straight up like couch
Eating
cushions.
something weird too.
Yeah,
And
it
then-
is. It's always eating.
The other
They're always
one
doing weird shit.
that we brought up with Miranda's dad, who I tried to get on the show today, he's like, I'm too busy, and then yelled at Miranda on the phone about transgender people for 3 hours.
Oh my
Was
God.
people that take like coffee enemas like multiple times a day.
What?
Just fucking yep.
Yeah,
they
there
just
was like a woman who.
make, like,
That was
That's
her
not a
addiction.
knife. This is a knife.
dude, they make like
like
a
Crocodile
siphon
Dundee
out of
shit
a
right
coffee
there.
pot, and then they just jam the other end of the siphon up their ass.
Do
and
they know
fucking
how
just-
coffee mugs work? Because there's a different way.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I'm just saying, I've been doing
that
it.
started because my dad was like, "Have you ever tried a colonic?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "I was thinking of trying one." Hey, have you
ever
watched My
tried-
Strange Addiction? Because this lady had 4 a day, and I want to know what she was doing. And I was like, probably nothing good. Probably
like
nothing good,
My guess
Dad.
is she's shitting 8 times a day because,
Yeah.
my God.
it's a great
It's
show.
like a
dude.
gallon of LSD up your rectum.
I actually watched that episode, and I remember she like went to the doctor, and they're like, "You are doing permanent damage to your colon. It is overstretched, and you could perforate
Perforate
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can perforate it with
Can you
this,
imagine
and, like,
that? Like, the what do you call it? The obituary? Miranda was a lovely mother of 3 whose her
died
anus.
shitting coffee.
Yeah. Her anus was perforated by
Jesus
like a
Christ.
coffee colon cleanse.
Uh,
colonic that her father suggested after
The
yelling at her about
thought of
trans.
waking up.
I
is
think
a
he meant like you
perforated
could do that
colon.
at like a studio. I think that's what he was talking about. They like offer places
I
to
heard
do
it.
this, and I was like,
Oh, I heard it.
why would I do that?
Yeah, when I could do it for free. Good thinking, Miranda. I could get married again and it's free that time.
There was another episode where this
Farting.
bitch would only bathe herself with wet wipes. Like
Yeah,
wet
she
ones,
was
wet
like afraid
wipes.
of a shower.
Yeah, she
Dry
wouldn't take a
showers, man.
shower. She wouldn't take a shower. She
Dude,
wouldn't
yeah,
fucking-
Kyle nailed it. There's dry
Yeah.
shampoo, dry shower.
That's not the same.
No,
No,
not
of
the
course
same.
it's
No.
not.
No.
No.
But it's
I
better
mean,
than
if
saying
that's all,
I use.
if that's all you got,
Well, no,
I get
it wasn't just showers. It was like she cleaned her house with it, like her counter. She cleaned
Yeah,
her
she was
car.
obsessed with baby
her
wipes.
fucking like I don't know. her dick.
That must have been a very abundant smell, like that baby wipe smell.
Baby wipes don't have fragrance usually.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Do
they
they?
do. They have a smell.
There-
What
There's a
baby
smell to
wipes
it.
are you
I mean,
buying?
You
The
you
good
can go
ones.
nose blind to
I
it.
buy
It
fragrance
smells.
free.
It smells like shitty.
I don't
baby
have a
ass.
kid, so when I smell it, it reminds me of freshly changed baby.
The scent,
but-
even the
Yeah.
scentless ones, because we had them, have scent. It's
have
like
smell.
that. It's like that sterile smell.
Sterile.
It's got a
Yeah.
smell. They have a
Because
smell.
I didn't want to say sterile.
I feel diapers have a strong smell depending on the brand, and that always.
Also, if there's a shit in them, or if a husband.
Yeah.
I mean,
pisses in them.
even garbage bags these days, like
Yeah.
Febreze
Dude,
garbage bags.
Miranda
Oh
just
God, those are
bought-
the worst.
I mean, like the smelly garbage bags are terrible, but Miranda
Those are
just bought some
awful.
from Aldi. They're like Aldi brand trash bags, and they,
so they smell like Swedish
they
trash
smell,
bags.
They smell like a recently vacated coffin that belonged to like an 800-year-old
They
woman.
have a distinctly great perfume smell.
That's actually just how Sweden.
I was like,
smells.
how strange. And I was like, oh, it's the trash
She
bag.
thought
You
it was
look at the
cat.
box.
I did.
Dude.
I was like, who touched the cat? I was like,
Miranda
who
picks up the
messed
box
with
and it
cat?
says lingonberry. Like, what the fuck?
I think it says lavender, but it's
Yeah, it
not.
says-
It's not a good lavender.
I think it says Lincolnberry, and on the back it says four
This
score
is-
7 years ago.
His corpse was handled in this baggie.
Ow. Oh, my back.
Oh, great! You're gonna injure Kyle.
My leg.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Right now.
I threw my back out on Thursday night, and yeah, it hurts to laugh.
I just, right before we started recording this episode, I published the bonus episode from 11 called Mommy. Go listen to it. And Boyce did not know what a Tamagotchi was.
Yeah, there were several
thing.
things in that episode.
They
that we
didn't
brought
have
up.
those when storming the beach of Normandy.
I know. I asked him if he was familiar with Lincoln Logs. It's like, are those
I love Lincoln Logs. I love Lincoln Logs.
No, Lincoln Logs are dope, dude.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking about it. Because we were talking about Lincoln, and I was like, oh,
that's what the person's coffin was made of. Lincoln Logs.
Abraham Lincoln's fucking
Yeah.
coffin's made out of Lincoln Logs.
That's how it works. I'm pretty sure. Courtney, you're a teacher. Is that right?
Absolutely. Although I'm not a history teacher, so
What do
Yep.
teach,
So you
Courtney?
heard it from the history teacher.
Courtney?
yeah,
What do you teach?
I'm an English teacher.
Oh, fucking the worst. Two of you. Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
Okay, well, we can't. all
Notice how
drop out
neither of
high
us
school.
argued with you. We were like, "Yep."
What grade level do you teach, Courtney?
Mostly upperclassmen high school.
Ugh.
Me too, Courtney.
I teach a night program for kids that either they work during the day or they have other responsibilities like childcare during the day.
Imagine childcare as an upperclassman in high school.
Oh, I have
You'd be
seen that
surprised.
quite a bit. Yeah.
And a lot of
Yeah.
kids have full-time jobs as high school students too.
I have one time where a student was like sleeping in class, and when I poked him, I was like, "Wake up, sleepy bear!" Just teasing him a little bit because I've known the kid all year, and he goes, "Fuck you, bro!" And I was like, "Whoa, no, thank you. All right, well, like I don't know, I didn't know how to respond to that. It was like I was just like, because the whole class was like, "What the fuck?" Because the kid's usually super chill. And come to find out, this was like a few years back when the recession was going on. His family had lost their home, and he had actually been in the car sleeping. He was like, he kept watch over the car while his family slept in it. So basically, he didn't get to sleep that night. So you just never know what these kids are dealing with. It's wild.
It's a fucking
Absolutely.
bummer of a story.
Yeah, well, but the thing is, he's still like, he came in the next day and he's like, "I'm really sorry," and then he told me that story, and I'm like, "Bro, next time just tell me, hey, I had a
Tell me
bad
you can
night."
Take a nap.
No, don't even tell me that. Just be like, "I had a bad night helping my family again." That's all you got to say. No one knows what the hell you're talking about, and then you can just sleep. And when you're awake at night, work on the work, okay, bud? And he's like, "Oh, okay." So it's like, yeah, let's not scream profanities at the teacher and other students. All right, then. Then he played his Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
Tamaguchi.
So we already read the family one, Kyle, but Kyle just sent me a question from Michael Dias. It says, just curious, if you had never gotten into the laser field, what superpowers would you have taken on? This can be answered by all the hosts if they want to. I was on my way to becoming the first man on Mars. I got sidetracked as a cop for 30 years. Maybe next life. So I guess he's saying, like, where did you want to end up besides fucking here? Matt, you have a lot of crushed dreams. Why don't you go first?
No, I don't have crushed
Why
dreams.
would
I
you
just
say that?
have, I still have the dreams. They're just anchored by reality. So, I mean, honestly, my thing, I told you guys my whole story of how I became a teacher, and I've loved my job until the last couple of years when COVID happened and everything just went buck wild and parents don't care about education anymore. Then Florida decided to say, fuck you to public education, and they're starting to take a shit and make charter schools. And now you could literally just be like, I'm going to homeschool my kid, and the state's like, great, here's $7,000. So it's a whole nightmare going on down here. But like before that, I mean, and the great thing is, like, when I go to work, the kids are good. Like, I've got a couple of butthead kids, but that's every year. Otherwise, the rest of the day is really fun. The kids are interested. It's cool. But it's just one of those things where it doesn't pay for shit. So it's like, that's my thing I'm trying to deal with. And then having a second one who's a teacher, it's like, oof. I mean, that's kind of it. So, like, I really didn't have, I don't know, like, that was pretty much it. Like, I got my degree in education. And so I do education.
I mean, you could like be a private tutor for like Bill Gates' grandchildren or something. You know, you don't have to work
that's
for the
totally
Florida
a job
public
that's
school.
just available.
I love how you pulled that
What
right
we're
out of
talking
his bubble.
We're talking about like, you know, where you could have gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you could have, you know, like
You
I don't
could
know,
have done
something-
that.
Alice is
I
just like,
guess.
I'll show you the windows to climb through.
Hey, the astronaut that fucking or the example that Michael Dias gave was that he was going to be an astronaut. So I'm trying to stay within the parameters of the question. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about you, Kyle? Did you have a dream?
Growing up, I always thought I wanted to do armed forces stuff. And then getting out.
Kyle, the soldier.
Well, I was in better shape in high school, to be fair. But
To be fair,
leaving high school, I had so many other physical problems that weren't problematic to me at the time that they wouldn't have taken me anyway. Scoliosis, flat feet, all my joints had zero cartilage. I had freaking arthritis in my ankles and toe knuckles for the last like at least 10 years. Like, it's ridiculous.
They'll stop you from even that. Yeah.
What about you, Courtney? Did you always want to teach?
I actually bounced around a lot. I started with pre-veterinarian, then pre-med, and then I bounced to computer science. And then I was debating going into business before I just figured one of my teachers actually kind of talked me into doing education. It worked out pretty well.
That's a lot of things.
Yeah, I bounced around a lot. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something medical, and then that kind of changed because the program I was in was terrible at the time.
Now she just has to deal with my medical.
I was gonna say if you stuck with the veterinarian stuff, you might have saved Kyle's sister's cat.
Oh,
There was no saving that cat. It's 18 and a half years old.
Yeah.
It's not too soon. It wasn't Kyle's cat. Were you attached to that cat, Kyle?
I spent the last 17 and a half years with it.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was a little too soon.
Well, the good news is Kyle is a Russian bear dog, in case you didn't know that. We figured that out a couple episodes ago. So that's probably why you guys have stuck together for 11 years, is she's like, who's your good boy? And honestly, I'd be happy with that, right?
Yeah.
Some ear scratches and someone to just be like, oh, here's a snack. I'd be like, okay.
I do like me a good ear scratch.
Baby
right? And a snack.
Social work always your dream?
It was my plan. I did not plan to go to college as a single parent. That was not the plan. But, you know, life comes at you fast.
One day I was sitting down with Chris, who I also tried to get on the show tonight, who said no to me.
He's busy.
It's because Chris doesn't love us anymore.
I think that Chris and Boyce have their own podcast.
Yeah, probably.
They do. They meet up.
It's called Bald and Smart.
They
talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Tamagotchis.
I was sitting with Chris at a bowling alley one day, and I was like, look, bro, listen, I have a plan. We're going to be the first people to create mechs. We're going to make mechs like Gundams, and we're going to sell them to the military, and we're going to be rich, and then we're going to use that money, and we're going to figure out what we need to do to live forever, and then we're going to become gods. And Chris was like, okay, I'm in.
I was going to say, and then Chris said, pass me the blunt.
I was going to, dude, and then like I was going to do like physics and like bioengineering, and Chris was going to do like mechanical engineering. And
which he still thought he was going to do after he dropped out of high school.
Yeah, and then I dropped out of high school and Chris became an engineer. So
there's a lot of biophysicist dropouts, so you can still do this, right?
Yeah,
Talking about crushed dreams. I love how like Alex takes his shit on me, and he's like, "I was gonna build mechs that changed the world."
Well, I was saying you weren't reaching far enough.
So I remembered when I understand the question now. So before I became a teacher and all that jazz, right? My thing was my parents grew up both like really, really poor. So my dad really wanted us to do something that made money. So he wanted me to be an engineer. And so because engineers down here, like he worked with a ton of them who make a bunch of money. And so he was like, you know, if you do this, you'll have security. That was all he wanted. So like pushed math, pushed science. So like throughout high school, I was on the Mu Alpha Theta team. I was on the science quiz bowl team, right? Like I actually got us third in the state in high school because I knew the internal charge of a Van de Graaff generator, right? Like what the fuck? It's zero, by the way. It's neutral. There's no charge. But in case anybody has to answer that quiz bowl question.
Calm down, English.
So... I'm Boyce. I know physics. But literally, like, so I started to go into the engineering program at USF, and it was really, I enjoyed the classes for like the first year. And then the second year, it was like more annoying and frustrating. And it wasn't like I was failing. I just didn't enjoy it. And when I didn't like going to class, I started not going to class. And then it basically was like, this is awful. And so literally I wanted to be a coastal structural engineer. That's the first thing I wanted to be, because in Florida, bridges terrify me. Like if you know anything about construction, bridges are ridiculous. They literally are built to fail. That's what they do, like entropy, right? Mm-hmm. So, and then in Florida, you have like water erosion, you've got salt, you've got humidity, you have extreme temperatures, all these things, and like they impress me, but they also just terrify the shit out of me. And so, but then the problem is I did an internship, and when I did my internship in like year 2.5, basically, when I went and did it, it was so miserable. I was like, I can't see myself doing this for like 30 or 40 years. Like I'd throw myself off a fucking bridge.
No.
988, by the way.
Is that why you don't live down in the Keys?
Dude, 7 Mile Bridge, I've driven over it. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, I have a legitimate like issue when I drive over a bridge, and it's not like a phobia. It's just I have to do this because I guess it is a phobia. I don't know. Like, I roll down my windows because the whole thing is you can't if your car ever like careened off the side of a bridge, which by the way, it happens more than you think. Literally, what ends up happening is if you get stuck in the water, your doors won't open because of pressurization. So if you've got your windows down, one, it'll like pressurization will happen faster, or you could just get out your roll down window. And so my wife literally like for the first year we were together, she would like roll her window up and I'm like, no. Like, she's like, but we're going to a wedding. And I'm like, shh. And she was just like, is there something wrong with you? I was like, is there something wrong with you? Do you know the fatalities on bridges? And she's just like, oh yeah, so you're fucking weird.
I wish you didn't say this because I feel like now I'm going to open the windows every time I drive over.
Oh, dude, you absolutely should.
Like up in Rochester where it's like negative 20 Fahrenheit out.
Yeah, I don't really
Miranda's going to be like, why the fuck are the windows open?
You know what?
He keeps our house windows open.
Often I am like, because I dress for the winter when it's winter here. I dress
so you just roll
like
the windows
it's fucking
down.
cold. So, it's not just like roll the windows down, but like I get into the car and everybody else is wearing fucking summer clothes, so they jack the heat up to max.
No, we are reasonable.
And then
winter
I'm there
people.
dressed like it's freezing fucking cold outside, and I start sweating, dude. So I fucking open the windows when it's
Alex
cold outside.
dresses. He's like, I'm gonna wear 17 layers and 3 coats. Even though I know damn well we are going to go into a heated building and then I'm going to complain that I'm hot the whole time. And everyone else is like, we're just going to run to the car because we aren't little bitches and we're just going to be cold for a few minutes and turn the heat up in the car. And Alex is like, oh my God, I'm so hot. And I'm like, probably because you're wearing like 7 sweatshirts. Why don't you take one off, you motherfucker? Like,
oh my God, I'm so hot.
Sounds
why
like he's
don't
trying
you
to say,
change out of those fucking sweatpants you've been wearing for 4 days?
Them on. You made me put them on.
I didn't tell you to then wear them for 4 days straight.
They're never coming off.
I was making fun of him to my dad
Ladies and
again.
gentlemen, the sounds of marriage.
He's like, well, that's okay if you just wear the same pajamas for 4 days in a row. And I was like, oh, no, Dad. You assume that he's putting on different clothes during the day, and that is wrong. He is wearing these sweatpants all day long and then sleeping in them and then just continuing his life like
Would you say that he's wearing them fall night long?
Yes.
Fall night long. All night. All night long. All night. Anyways.
So Lionel Richie.
Yep.
Good times.
Wow.
Have you heard of our Sweaty Balls secret recipe?
Hey, everybody, have you seen
Changed all the names.
Big and salty and brown.
I'm face pubes in progress. I just realized like all the names have changed since the beginning of the fucking thing.
They have.
Brokeback Kyle. And then you got Sweaty Balls.
There's sweaty balls.
Like roasting russet potatoes down there, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're baby potatoes or new potatoes.
That's also called naked food play.
Miranda,
so, there you go.
was surprised to hear that one ball is higher than the other. It's like shook her.
That's how it always goes.
True. That is not
That's
true.
just
And
how
I'm
it
not
works.
going to repeat what I actually said.
Why not? Repeat it.
By the way, shooker is actually what he calls it.
Too far. That's
Miranda
going
said.
too far.
Miranda said that she said, "No, I knew that. Yours are just really different heights." That's what she said.
I said compared to other, you have an unusual difference.
Which I think is ridiculous.
I mean, have you compared to someone else's to make sure?
I mean, no.
He hasn't, but listen,
Open up the window and call one of the firemen over right now.
compared to other men, I think you are unusually like. I think something's different.
It's not like one stops and then an inch down the other one starts.
It's just more extreme.
They
Is he
bang-
like
they still
is he like
bang together.
Quasimodo of balls? Is it like the hunch ball of Notre Dame?
No,
A little bit.
no.
But no, I feel like normally the ankle is like,
Sensuary.
it's a little bit of an ankle, and
It's
Alex
not.
is like,
They still touch. Okay, it's not like it's not
Okay,
like one
wait a second.
stops. There's an inch
Normally-
gap.
That
and then
was-
the other
that
one
was-
Miranda, this is a
Great.
question for Miranda, Alex. Hold on.
this is
So
a secret
normally-
to our marriage.
Yeah, so normally it would sound like this, right? Does his sound like when you watch Monty Python and it's the
Yes. That's exactly what.
Whoa, Percy! Whoa!
Just a horse galloping.
I can't believe you said that. I said the confidence of marriage.
Miranda's like, edit it out.
It's true.
Still confused about what show she's on after all this time.
You encourage my dad to listen to this.
I did.
So the second appropriate response to that, Miranda, would have been, well, does one ball touch the water before the other?
Yes, it does.
He's going to have.
Oh, it does actively. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it already does.
It's going to, yeah. Like it's
true.
going to in the next time he shits. Yeah.
So when you flush, it's like a car wash for the Schmetty balls.
We're
What's
talking
great,
about them.
most normal people draw a line on their inner thigh, like a tattoo of where their balls are at 30, 31, 32. Alex just looks like a weird smiley face, like a Charlie Brown smiley face. Good grief.
Oh man.
That's a rough time.
That's what his balls
Like
say.
everyone's gonna be measuring later when they like are.
They're gonna be comparing their angle. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" They're gonna ask their partners, "Oh my gosh, is this true?"
We're just saving that
Their
for the bonus
respective
episode. Stick around, you guys. If you haven't already, sign up for the Patreon to support this show, and you can catch the episode where me, Kyle, and Matt drop trow.
Nope.
Compare.
Nope.
You're gonna do it.
Miranda, where are your bifocals?
I don't know. They're gone. I can't see anything.
We just take out the big metal rulers from our lasers and measure from the bubble, guys.
No.
What are you doing? Are you playing block game?
I am playing block game.
You're such a jerk. You can't even just be here with us for 5 minutes. You got to play fake Tetris while you do the show.
I'm on my Switch.
Oh my god. Well, that's different. You're a guest.
Hey, listen,
you can do whatever
Miranda.
the fuck you want.
We're
Miranda's a
balls
cast
deep
member.
here. We're balls deep on this one, all right?
We are.
Both of them.
Oh,
both
God.
depths. We are both depths deep.
Good lord, I can't believe you
Both
said
balls
that.
are in the water on this one.
We're in full submersion.
Some things just need to be kept in the confidence of marriage, and Alex hasn't learned that yet.
Oh, I have. There are plenty of things that I've not brought up on this show.
That's
Wait
true.
until you get to the bonus episode, that's going to be the vagina monologues.
Oh,
Literally never.
Miranda would not consent to that.
Yeah. It's bad enough that Alex was like, wow, when you were giving birth to Coraline, I really thought your uterus was coming out. And
It did.
Nobody was concerned about that. I'm like,
I was.
That's
You
that
thought-
was. By the way, that was the next day of high school. You learned what that was.
yeah. he thought the baby's head was like.
It was Coraline's
I'm like,
head.
what did you think? You thought my entire uterus would fall
prolapsed
out
uterus?
onto the
Yeah,
table?
dude. I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck. I was
But, like,
expecting
what
something
did you
white.
think?
Not.
It has eyes and a mouth and a nose, and he's like, "Your uterus,
No,
It's
this was
coming.
before that. This was
He's
before
like,
that.
man, your uterus is weird looking.
your
This
uterus
is
is
well-
a girl."
Those are not the lips they talk about when you're looking down there.
He's
This
like,
was-
this is a 9-pound, 8-ounce uterus. What's going on?
This was
It's so
well
big.
before any features were out at all. This was just, crowning happening in real time.
Did you guys not have to watch a birth video in
I don't-
like high
again,
school?
Every time
'Cause
you
we
ask me
definitely
what I did
did.
in high school, I don't remember a
Told you, that
goddamn
was-
thing
Yeah.
that I did. in high
I,
school.
um,
Except drop
did-
out.
Did boys
I
not
didn't
have
have
to do
to.
that? You guys didn't have to watch a video?
No,
saying
in
you gave birth?
anatomy.
I heard
class,
Courtney
we did.
say yes. So like
didn't.
obviously I
Instead-
didn't just make this experience
Instead,
up.
I think
Oh
they
no, they
only
made
show
me
you
do it.
guys.
They made me bring a parent, which was my stepfather, and it was the most awkward thing ever.
Oh,
You had to bring
I
Yeah, we
Papa
had to bring
Tim.
parents. And we
To
were separated
discuss?
the girls versus boys, and the girls had to bring parents, and half of them were the fathers, and they did not look like they wanted to be there.
I can't really blame them.
the only thing that I remember about health class was in like 5th grade. We had to watch this video about AIDS, and it was like this house surrounded by a white picket fence, and it was like, you can only get AIDS if you let AIDS in. And then like these crabs they're lobsters. They were lobsters. We're like walking down the street, and then like a
High-class
little boy's
crabs.
like, hey, come on in. And he opens the gate and lets one of the lobsters in. And I
No.
was like, what is this? It's bizarre. Yeah.
So we had
all I remember.
we had two. Well, I had. So we had the health class, which everybody had to take. So everybody had to. And in health, you learned about like condoms. You learned about like safe sex, which the safe sex is abstinence because Florida, it's abstinence only education,
Yeah, it is.
and it has
Oh.
been forever.
Man, I wasn't here for the guy with 2 dicks.
We'll come back to that because that's interesting. And then but what's interesting was my senior year, I'd already taken all the classes I needed to graduate. So I had like an extra anything I wanted to take. And so I took anatomy and physiology, and it was awesome. It was like one of the coolest classes ever. Get to dissect like the biggest shit, you know. But then we got to
Coke can shits?
no, not Coke can shits. We couldn't afford those. We're public education, remember? Florida. You get like $1.50 a kid. But like what ended up happening was we got to that part of the year, and our teacher had actually gotten a promotion. So our amazing teacher, Miss Richardson, was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna have to be gone. I'm becoming a principal." And we were like, "Oh man!" And so instead, we had this really weird guy named Mr. Alberto, and he was a substitute, and he talked like this right here. So he'd be like, "Hey guys, so I guess I'm here to teach you about childbirthing and stuff. So now just a couple of facts about me. I've been a teacher since before you guys were a twinkle in your father's sperms." And like every kid in the class looked at each other like, the fuck? And like and he was like, "All right, I guess that's a bad one. Well, anyways, let's just get rolling like an ovary." And like he just kept trying to make these jokes. Dude, yeah, I don't think he knew anything. And then literally,
how this actually works.
we didn't really know what was about to happen. And he presses play, and literally the scene that Alex just explained, it was like the miracle of childbirth, and it was like one of those 1970s videos. So it was like VHS, you know, and like all you see is just this like like a head coming out of a vagina, and everyone in the class was like, "What the fuck?" It was awful. Like it's just terrifying memory of that. Thanks, Mr. Alberto.
But every time you do it, they're like, "Do you want a mirror to watch your progress?"
Oh my God, yeah.
No, I fucking don't. Thank you. Please throw that mirror in the trash. I don't want it in my
sounds
room.
like a fucking character from a series of unfortunate events.
Dude,
I have to say, the voice you were making for him, Matt, reminded me of Peter Dante from any of the Adam Sandler movies, like Little Nicky.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
But imagine him with this hair, like slicked back white gray hair, like
Love
just
that.
and
I
with
love how
glasses.
you turned on the light for this.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey guys," and you're like, "Oh my God, what the fuck?"
Like just did series of unfortunate events right there. Boom.
Like to me, he reminds me of the coach. If you've ever seen the show Big Mouth, he reminds me of the coach from Big Mouth. Which, if you haven't seen Big Mouth, it's literally this podcast as a TV show that's animated. So you should go watch it.
Maybe that means you shouldn't go watch it.
But one of the most interesting parts, like when we had the health class, we had a teacher who was very adamant about, because she had breast cancer. So she wanted people to understand what breast cancer felt like and what testicular cancer felt like. So she called Florida's like cancer research centers, and I guess they have like these models. Oh, listen, we had these. They had no, not even a ball. They had models that literally were like silicone and latex. I don't know what materials they were, but what would happen is there was a box, and in this box, like imagine a cube, and then inside it's like a mesh on the front of it, and you literally had to reach your hand through and feel this fake.
It was a blind box.
It was a blind box, and you had to feel this fake ball sack. And there were 3, and for your grade, you had to find where the 3 like cancers were. And so so the guys had to. They literally she put like it's called a carousel desk, and it's literally like a desk that has it's like boxed in. And so you literally were standing, and on one side of the room the boys lined up, and on one side of the room the girls lined up, and the girls literally stuck their hands into 2 breasts that were like these fake boobs, and they were like trying to like feel where the things were. So it's actually a really great activity for kids to learn about what the hell that is, because that's how you do that. But at the same time, if you were to walk into this room as an outsider, it's literally boys and girls separated, lined up, feeling fake tits and fake dicks and balls.
How
it's like
how even would you describe the testicles?
Oh my God.
Well, I'd say yours are fucking weird, is what I'd say. Theirs were on level. Like if it was a laser, it would have been leveled.
All right,
so what you're saying is inaccurate to life.
I'm finding a picture of how
Don't find a picture of your testicles.
displaced they are. I'm doing it right now. I'm going.
Oh my
Go ahead,
God.
carry on.
I would have been the dickhead in that class that was like, turn your head and cough, as I went to go grab the bottom of the fake balls. Just be a dickhead and watch the teacher either crack up or throw me out of the class.
I mean, I bet that was like the best hands-on activity some of those kids did.
True, at least until they graduated.
You could say we had a ball. Hey,
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was nuts.
You were abreast of the issue.
We were all a titter. Hold on. I have a question.
I don't want to know.
Let's put this into the All right.
What, are you looking up uneven testicles?
No, I'm just looking up testicles to prove that.
Not a normal thing to do.
Sure it is. That's what Google is for.
Look, here you go, right here.
Oh my God.
Look at these. That's normal. This is a normal.
By the way, I love how I like that this is the first one that Courtney has ever come to. And this is it. All right, I want everybody to turn on their screens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh
Right?
my God.
Look at these are fucked up. That's weird. Look at these. These are weird.
That can't be a set of balls.
Look at this guy. These are weird. This would be a weird angle. See that? See how fucking that's
nuts.
disturbing. I'm more like in kind of like where did it go? I don't even know where it is anymore. Look at this guy. Wow, look at that one.
That's like Mr. Third Ball.
I don't know.
And this whole conversation came up because I was like looking at my little pregnancy app, and it's like some ridiculously high number. It's like 5% of babies born at term will have undescended testicles. And I was like, what?
Oh, yeah. You have to be really careful. It's like dogs. Dogs are the same way.
I was like, what do I do in that? I wouldn't even know. I would be like, is that supposed to look like that? This is my second son, but like, I don't know.
Here's a graphic for you, Miranda.
Oh my God.
Yesterday I was like, man, my butt. You guys ever just get like a sore ball?
Oh my God.
Every once in a while.
Inappropriate.
Just like, oh, this ball's a little sore.
Sure. Sounds normal.
Miranda asked if I had a fucking torsion.
I was like, does that mean it could get twisted? I'm like, I don't think that's normal.
And I was like, that would be, no, I would be like.
By the way, you married the worst person for you in that regard, because she's like, it's probably testicular cancer. And Alex would be like, oh my God. And he's going to spend 8 hours looking up testicular cancer.
I only have sisters. So sometimes I'm like, he'll describe something. I'll be like, that's weird. Is that supposed to happen? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, for fuck, sorry, man. Like,
I was trying to explain to Miranda that if I had a torsion, I would be like just screaming on the ground in pain.
Okay. You'd be dying.
Yeah, that's
well, then
that's wicked painful.
Sounds like you're being a little bit.
Oh man, I clicked away at the wrong time, guys. Look at this one right.
That's horrifying.
That's Balchinian right there.
Yeah, sure is. That would be me. That's me with a torsion. Oh, look at this one. This guy's doing a testicular cancer test on a pear.
Courtney's like, this is why you don't come upstairs and hang out with me. This shit right here.
An unripe pear. It's a rock hard sack.
I want Courtney to become a regular. Courtney should be here every week.
Great time, except it's not. It's kind of
the best time.
Unfortunately, it lands on a night where she normally has college work.
Oh my God, I gotta go to college. Sound like boys.
Have you ever considered that maybe not everyone wants to be a high school dropout and a college dropout?
Beauty school dropout.
No, I've never considered that.
Well,
speaking of dropping out, we're going to drop out of this podcast, guys. It's
already been an hour. Oh my God.
It's been a very
sorry you had to listen to this, everybody.
Time flies when you talk about dick and fart jokes and testicles.
Listen, I know it's nuts, but I hope you guys had a ball. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
It was the tits.
Can't believe you brought that up.
You guys.
Something should stay sacred.
Yeah, quit being such a
episode. Stop acting like I don't keep some secrets, okay? Because I've got lots of stories.
You do keep some secrets, but
Miranda, sack up and admit that he is.
Not enough.
Okay.
If you enjoyed this episode, if you're watching on YouTube, smash the like button. If you are listening, especially you Apple listeners, leave us a 5-star review. You don't have to write a review. Just let us know how uneven your testicles are. And
should they do it in millimeters or inches?
I don't have any.
Special shout out.
Yeah, am I supposed to know how uneven my ovaries are?
I don't know. Go get an ultrasound. You women do that all the time.
Do you think women listen to this?
Yeah, for real.
That's true.
I don't think we have a single female listener.
I listened when you guys were doing it.
Special thank you to Courtney for listening.
It's me and Courtney. We're the female listeners.
Joining us for a little bit.
I bet it's like
here on the
2%,
show.
and that's it. It's just
Are you gonna stick around for the bonus episode, Courtney?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the spirit. At a girl. All right, and I don't know. I think that's all we've got. We don't have any merch yet. Our website still sucks. Go sign up for the Patreon. Continue to hang out with us in the bonus episode. This has been Face Pubes in Progress, Brokeback Kyle, They Them of Rulers, and Shvetty Balls coming at you from Emergency Stop. See you in the next one.
oh God.